Hello and welcome to The Explainer. All right, if you're a legal professional, you already know the pressure is on. It's not just about practicing law anymore, is it? Today, we're going to dig into how you can conquer that digital workload and finally get some time back for the work that actually matters. Does this look familiar? I bet it does. You're deep in complex cases, you're hitting deadlines, but then you have to completely switch gears and become a content creator. You're trying to build your brand, you're making posts, you're recording audio. That juggling act, it's relentless, right? And you're not imagining it. This feeling of being pulled in two different directions, it's a real thing. We're calling it the modern lawyer's double shift. You're expected to be brilliant in your legal work and be this super consistent voice online. It turns your entire practice into a 24/7 balancing act. So yeah, let's talk about this double shift. It really is a massive change in the legal world. The old focus was just on client work and billable hours. Now that's mashed together with this need to be a publisher, a thought leader, and an online brand manager. It's a lot. It's just a constant cycle, isn't it? One moment, you are deep in case law, and the very next, you're staring at a blank screen trying to figure out what to post on LinkedIn. You are constantly stretched for time. And on top of all that, you have to be perfectly consistent and accurate, both in your legal documents and in your public content. No room for error. Okay, but what if you had a secret weapon? Seriously, a digital assistant that works around the clock, never gets tired, never makes a mistake, and just handles all that repetitive grunt work for you. Well, that is the promise of automation. It's here to help you get back to focusing on what you do best. So let's be super clear about what automation even means. It's not some big, scary, complex thing. It's simply using software to do the boring, manual tasks that eat up your day. Think of it like this. You're delegating the what so you can finally focus on the why. You know, client strategy, creative thinking, and actual human connection. And if you're wondering about the impact, just look at this number, 90%. According to a case study from Gavel, a law firm cut its document drafting time by 90%. Just pause and think about that for a second. What could you do with all that time back? This isn't just a small improvement, it's a complete game changer for your capacity. So this right here, this is how you solve that double shift problem. Automation literally gives you back hours for the high-level thinking. It makes sure your emails, your posts, your documents, they're all consistent and on brand. And crucially, it cuts down on the risk of human error. And the big one? It helps you scale up both your practice and your content without you having to burn out. Okay, so where do you even start with all this? The good news is, you don't need to be a tech wizard. It's really just about picking the right tool for the right job. Let's look at a really simple toolkit to get you going. Let's break this down into two simple buckets. On one side, you have tools for your actual practice, things like Gavel for document automation or Clio for managing your cases. On the other side, you've got tools for your content game, like Social Pilot to schedule posts, Alutu to make podcasting easier, or Opus Clip to quickly create video clips. And kind of sitting in the middle, helping with everything, are AI assistants like Rock 3. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but how do I get all these different apps to talk to each other? That's where a service like Zapier comes in. The best way to think about it is like digital glue. It's the stuff that connects all your different apps and makes them work together perfectly, and you don't have to write a single line of code. And the logic behind this glue is so simple. It's all based on a trigger. That's just something that happens in one app. For example, a new client books a meeting. As soon as that trigger happens, Zapier jumps in and starts an action in another app, or even a whole chain of actions. You're basically just creating simple recipes that say, if this happens, then do that. All right, let's make this really concrete. Instead of getting overwhelmed and trying to automate your entire life at once, let's just focus on one single high-impact workflow, automating new client intake. Just imagine this for a second. A potential client finds your website and fills out an intake form. Instantly, without you doing anything, their information is saved to your database, a professional welcome email gets sent to them, and a new task pops up on your to-do list to follow up. You haven't lifted a finger, but that client feels heard and your practice looks incredibly polished and organized. So when we look ahead, it's pretty clear that automation is a huge part of the future. But this brings up a really important question, doesn't it?
What happens to the human element that is just so critical in the legal field?
And this, right here, is the absolute key to getting it right. The goal of automation is not to replace you. The goal is to automate the process so that you can focus on the people. It's all about freeing up your time for the empathy, the strategy, and the trust building that only a human can do. So, how do you actually succeed with this? The advice is simple. First, start small, like really small. Pick one annoying, repetitive task and just automate that one thing this week. Second, test it. Watch it run, see how it works, and tweak it. And always, always remember the balance. Use technology for the process, but save your time for the people. So I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Think about your schedule for next week. I guarantee you've got at least 10 hours of just boring, repetitive tasks on there. If you could get that time back, what's the very first thing you would automate? Whatever just popped in your head, that's your first step.